Tattoo for you, Richard here, and it is time for a Finished Not Perfect update. Cha-cha! Woohoo! Yay! That was ridiculous. So I'm in the nerd room. You'll see on my Weird Wednesday about why I'm kind of in the face right now. Anyway, finished not perfect. I did it. I finished my Necrons. They're finished. Not 100% perfect, but honestly, they're done. They're perfectly tabletop ready. Perfectly tabletop ready? Yeah. Anyway, they're finished, not perfect. I'm going to lay them out, kind of show you the entire army, show you a few of the figures that I just did, and then I'll do a little snapshot of like a few of the things individually or whatnot, so you can kind of see the army in an overview. Mainly what I just did, since I did a video before of the entire army, just not finished. Yeah, and then I'll also go over what is the stupid things coming out of my mouth not proper. And you know I don't edit this junk out. I'm going to go over what's next on my Finished Not Perfect project. My next project in line with this, because this Finished Not Perfect is going to continue. It's going to keep going until things are done, until I have no more models to build, nothing else to do. So yeah, let's go table down. Let's kind of work on this and let's figure this out, and then we'll probably pop back up to me in a minute for me to ramble for a second.
All right, guys, here we are, table down. Finished Not Perfect of the Necrons. This is my entire Necron army completed. Now again, I just now noticed, honestly, having everything together, that the basing that I did on the newest ones don't match. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Let me see if I have it handy. If not, I'm just gonna skip it for now. I have a recipe book I follow, for certain things. Like when I do an army up for the first time and it's just like a specific army, there are things I didn't do. Like I didn't do it for my Imperial Knight, which we'll get to that later. But I'm pretty sure I remember the colors I used on that one. But ultimately, I think most of us, we know it's a good idea to have a recipe book. So I think it's in my paint box over there. So that way we know what colors to do everything. Follow the colors on the bodies perfect. They're fine. They match up really good. They blend well, because like here, again, where is he? Here he is. Here's the original warrior that I started off with. And then here's one of the ones I just did. He looks fine. They look fine. They match really good. Even well, okay, I take that back. The thing I did notice is the greens. I like the new greens I did better because I did it a little different. Because I didn't necessarily write down how I did the green, which I should have, but I didn't. So instead, the new green, I did like a Christmas green, which is a deeper green first. And I went over it with a Vallejo Middleton green. Sorry about that extreme loud close-up. This color, Middlestone. I went over it with a Middlestone green, and then I dry brushed over it like a little white with just a hint, like a literal hint of green in it, like not even that much to notice at all. But then I dry brushed over that for the highlights, and then I went back. I got a set before of Vallejo paints. Sorry, that's my YouTube watching controller. Set of Vallejo paints, and I got all these fluorescent colors. And I was like, when the heck am I going to use fluorescent colors? I tried painting them on some things before, and they're just so, like, blah. It's ridiculous. So, what I did was Christmas green, the Middlestone green, and then dry brushed the white, and then I made a glaze out of this. Like I added a little bit more water to it so it's a little thinner. And then I painted back over that, and it helped blend all the colors together. And I think it turned out really well. Especially on things like these guys. Here, I'm going to pause for a second and get another light on.
Sorry about that, I was back.
I get text messages. We're dealing with a van situation today, too, and it's... Oh, it's just one of those things, man. It's that finish not perfect, right? You gotta add it to your life too, huh? You have to sit there and realize that your life's not gonna be perfect, but you have to keep going and keep trucking along and try not to get too annoyed, right? So what I was gonna show you guys was the greens on these. See if I can focus. I have to tap the screen to make it focus on my hand. So I put a light up here so you can see it a little bit better, but it's giving off a kind of a glare. But honestly, I like it. It made a better glow, and especially like the hoses back here. If you could see with that light, it's just it's almost too much. Pay no attention. I screwed up building it and put the wrong guns with the wrong packs on some of these guys. So, like I said, finish not perfect, right? So here's another one. I just got the nice highlight, the darker greens towards the ends, and like right where the plasma or Gauss, whatever, is kind of floating in the middle of the tube or whatnot, is where I did the Middleton kind of a little further, and then I brushed the white just over that, and then glazed all that together to give it that cool little glow effect. So like I said, I'm pretty pleased with the way all that turned out. And then here on the death marks, the same way. A couple of glowy spots on their guns and their back and their eye. And then the death marks, I did the extra little red, like I said. So yeah, man, that's my entire Necron force right there. We have 5 Scarab Swarms. I just kind of separate these right now. There's 10 warriors, another 10 warriors, so we can do a big old squad of 20 or whatever. I have my 5 Immortals with the whatever gun that is, the Super Gauss gun, Gauss Cannon or whatever. We have our Death Marks over here, 5 Death Marks. With our Lord, he can be swapped because he's magnetized, so he can be swapped over here and become a Destroyer Lord on my little Destroyer conversion, which I've shown before. Well, I'll do a little close-up again just in case anybody new hasn't seen it. Apologize again about the kind of washed outness of the camera. But yeah, I just picked up a bunch of bits and just started adding stuff together, and it's like, okay, there's my Destroyer Lord. Poor lone Tau soldier got killed. So we'll get to that in the storyline later. Destroyer Lord, regular Lord, focus. We have our Treyarch Spider, and everything underneath is magnetized. We have Command Barge. Well, put this stuff on its Command Barge, and then that, I can't remember what kind of Destructo barge it is with the cannons on it. But again, it's not magnetized, but I can easily put things on there. And then we have over here, we have the Ghost Arc and whatever the other arc is. Again, it's magnetized too. The middle part comes out and then the front part comes off, and then I can put the little tip on it, and then that's the 2 separate things there. And of course, I didn't magnetize all the guys to put in there. I didn't feel the need in it. You know, I just say they phase in and out or whatever. I mean, that's how Necrons work, right? So that thing goes in. I may go back later on and light up all those little orbs on top green, so that's kind of like where the energy comes from to phase them all in. And then the other thing that's not done on those guys, but it is done for my taste because it doesn't matter, it's not a big thing, is the guns. It's supposed to have all these Gauss blasters on the side. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 10 of them on total. I don't have those painted up already, but I don't care. The army is completed. I could field this on a table and play it if I wanted to. And that's good because this is part of my narrative campaign. This is going to be the start of it. We're going to start with these guys. The Tau aren't going to be in it yet in the very first battle. It's going to be Necrons. And then my next step, the things I'm getting ready for. I'm going to tell like a little small story in this narrative campaign, which is going to involve my Imperial Knight and the Necrons. Which leads me to my next project, my Finished Not Perfect project. What we're going to work on next. And I thought I pulled it out, which I know I did because it's not in here anymore. Where did it go? Oh my goodness, guys. Richard is over here losing his mind. Losing his mind. Losing his mind. Oh, there it is. So, Finished Not Perfect project. The next one up is going to be doing my Imperial Knight stuff. For the... How I decided to give you my house. We have the house sessions. I may change the name or something, but make it... But it's basically... I'm doing Imperial Knights for me, my dad, and my brother. I don't have the Imperial Knights for us. I just have the one, and that's all I'm going to use right now. But also, since it's going to be a house, I'm going to show the fall of their house. And that's what I'm going to do in the next narrative battle. I'm not going to tell you much of the story, but to get prepared for that... Hey, Stark, what's up, buddy? I have this. You've seen this before. I'm almost tempted to tap this with my nose to get it to focus. Focus. There we go. So we have my Scions with the backpacks, which I'm going to use as proxies for Vespid. So in the narrative campaign, I'm going to bring these guys in it, and I'm going to treat them as Vespid. You know, to give them the stats and everything for the Vespid. I just need to get them done, which is what I'll be working on next. So this is like going to be the Imperial House. My Imperial House is Royal Guard, the Crimson Guards. I have the 1 pack of Scions, so it's 5 total. And then 4 more jump packs to put together. So that's going to be my project, is to build these guys, put them together, and get them ready for the game. I also have this that I forgot about. I got this a while back. Completely forgot about them until recently. Just a little base. But it's the Scion pilot from Forge World. The one that's standing out of his cockpit. Or out of his knight. I got it on eBay for $10, I believe. It's not Forge World. It's not even like recast resin. This is a 3D printed little bugger. I didn't realize it till I had finally dished it out earlier. I didn't even dawn on me, didn't even look at it, didn't even think about it. But I was looking at the bits and the parts and the flashing. It's all 3D printed material. It's lighter than resin. It's just the texture's different than resin. And if you were to zoom down on it, I guess they had a really nice 3D printer. The texture is very tight. I guess I always call it the resolution of the 3D printer. You know, the layers that they put on, if you ever watched how the 3D printing is done, it's plastic and they just kind of weave it up and just go step by step, kind of like a dot matrix printer would do, or I mean, even laser printers, how they do, they just do layers. They just kind of work up from the top. Well, it's very fine. I can't focus, can I? Let's focus on my crummy fingernails. But yeah, it's in there. The details are iffy. But I'm going to paint this guy up too in my house colors. And this is probably going to be my brother. And I'm going to dig out. I also have a figure that's going to be another one, and that'll be me. So, or I may do this as my dad. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to paint this figure up. I'm going to paint another figure up that I have put aside. I'm going to build these guys all so I can get it ready, and we're going to have that narrative campaign first. And it's going to be a very special narrative campaign about the fall of house sessions, like how it all came to be. If I can pull it off right, there's going to be some drawing involved in this process, this Finished Not Perfect process. And yeah, there I go again. I decided to do Finished Not Perfect and make it a lot harder than it needs to be. But whatever, dude. It's me, and that's how I roll, I guess. So yeah, next Finished Not Perfect will be on Thursday. I'll show you my progress. It'll be Thursday or Friday, one of the two. We'll see. I'll definitely have something out on Thursday, a video. But whether it's Finished Not Perfect, that'll remain to be seen. It depends on how far I get. I have a lot of stuff going on right now, so I'm kind of going to slow motion this project to get it done. But yeah, in the meantime, the Necrons are complete. They're done. They're finished. It's time to move on to my next step. And I'm gonna. This was a struggle, honestly. You're looking at 29 figures that I painted, built a handful of them, painted them, based them, and everything. And the basing, like I said, I'm not quite happy. It needs to be more yellow, so I don't know what color I'm missing in between there. But I just, yeah, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. It's not what this is about. It's not what this whole thing is about. I mean, I came in here. I'll just give you. You'll see tomorrow, but I'm gonna show you. This is something else I need to work on. This was my Tal's Void Shield generator, and if you notice, it's broken. It's broken apart. It took a nosedive off a shelf because of a cat. And you'll see tomorrow. I'll talk about in the video. But these other things. I mean, look at this. These are things that I don't finish. I just stop on them, you know. I mean, I actually sprayed it finally and primed it, but I didn't finish it. I need to get on it and finish my projects, get things done, and get them the way they need to be. Drawing, art, everything, life in general. You need to finish your projects. You need to get them done, and keep moving forward, man. Don't worry if you're not finished with them. Don't worry if you're not happy with the outcome of your situation. You can't give up. You can't stop. You just got to keep going, man. You end up with a van that's crappy and it's died and it's just costing more than you can believe to fix it. What are you gonna do? You know, you have to figure something out. You have to step up and you have to do what you need to do to get it done, to make sure you can continue on, because you can't just give up. You're like, oh, phooey, it's worthless. It's not worth progressing. It's not worth doing it. Then what? Then you're stuck. You're stuck like Chuck. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. Next Finished Not Perfect project, Imperial Knight stuff for a narrative campaign, so I can get that started and rolling. I know I was going to do orcs, but orcs are so far down the list right now as far as my needing them for the moment to play a game. I'm so anxious to play games. I want to get stuff done so I can play. And that's what I'm going to do. Imperial Knights, you're coming up next. And once they're done, you will see a battle report here in the near future. I'd say within a month. Give me a month to be safe. But guys, I love you. I thank you so much. I thank you for everything. I thank you for all your kind words, your wonderful hearts. I wish I could do something to show you truly like how gracious I am and how amazing it is to have awesome people with me and helping me out, lifting me up when I'm down. I hope I can really convey how truly blessed I am to know each and every one of y'all, and even the people that don't comment on my videos, just the people who have subbed, just to know that somebody for whatever reason enjoyed, you know, a moment with me enough to want to click on it. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna quit rambling on here. I'm gonna get on to other stuff. So, love you all. I thank you so very much. Guys, have a wonderful nerd life, my friends. I'll see you later.